Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 511 headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Duper Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Griggs, here with the super producer, Ez McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man?
I'm good, my man. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. Glad to be here.
Thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. We do not take your listens lightly from America and all over the world. I mean, Ez, we have done a country check-in yet, man. We got to do that real soon, man. But
Let's do it right now.
Let's do it right now, man. Let's do it right now. What folks
see.
checking in? So, as where they listening from, man?
Check this out, man. We got listeners in Japan,
Shout out Tokyo,
Guyana,
I don't know the cities there, but shout out to Guyana.
yeah, United Arab Emirates,
No doubt. Money.
Poland,
Shout out to Poland.
yeah, and I think that's about it. Wait, we got one. No, that's everywhere so far. In the
Man.
now that's in the last month. So the month
Yeah.
of September here.
Yeah.
September 1st through September 28th.
Internationally known, locally respected.
Yeah, that's
no
wild.
doubt.
That's
So
wild.
that's crazy. So we do not take your listens lightly. And thank you for checking us out wherever you get your podcast.
Hold on,
Yeah.
before we go, hold on. Last
Yeah.
3 months, Germany,
Word.
Barbados, Canada, Malaysia,
Stop playing, dog.
the UK,
Stop playing, dog.
Switzerland,
What's up, blokes?
Saudi Arabia, Chile, Costa Rica, Spain, Greece, and the Netherlands.
Mama, I'm international.
That's
you
wild,
dig?
man.
That's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, again, do not take your listeners lightly. And I know I say that every week, but I mean that. We don't take your listeners lightly. Everybody who reaches out to us and says, hey, you guys doing a great job. Really enjoyed the pod. You inspired me to start my own pod. Really appreciate that. Means a lot because Ez and I really do our best to put a good show on for y'all. So make sure you follow us online at hp53productions.com for our merch and also for additional podcasts such as the Super Duper Pie, Father Good, and the Easy Smoke and GM podcast. So I gave Ez my early condolences for the Bears game that's coming up next week, man. So I give you 2 minutes, Ez. How you feel about the poop, the toilet bowl that's gonna be on Sunday, man?
All right, so we already went through the massacre that happened in Kansas City on Sunday.
Jeez.
I've talked enough about that. I don't want to spend much time on that, but we're gonna stick with the positive points here. We're playing the 31st worst team in the league.
Are we 30?
I think we're 32.
Okay.
I think we're the worst.
Oh,
jeez. Mind you, hopefully the Bears as a team takes this personally. The Broncos gave up 70 points to the Dolphins last Sunday. All right. Lost by 50 points, gave up over 700 yards of total offense.
I guess that's how you get to 700 yards. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. They are on the road at Chicago coming up this Sunday, and they are a 3.5 point favorite. How does that happen?
Favorites?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
So
I didn't know that.
I'm hoping that the Bears take that a little personally.
Yeah, that like MJ.
Like MJ.
I took that personal.
I took that personally. And they put a whooping on the Broncos on Sunday. So that's what we're hoping for.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't happen, shout out to Caleb
probably
Williams.
Won't happen, but that's all right.
Shout out to Caleb Williams, USC. That's
Here's the question with
baby.
Caleb Williams. Wait. Will he come here?
Well, because the organization looks a mess. I got you. But I mean, real spiel. If they're gonna be anywhere, he ain't going to Denver. Well, I guess Denver got Sean Payton.
Well, no, but I mean, there is a precedent that has been set with John Elway and with Eli Manning.
You ain't got to go where you got to
go. They forced a draft day trade. So
And just for people, I know this is the sports podcast. Listen to Easy Smoker GM for the real sports, but Caleb Williams, the quarterback at USC, he's considered the #1 draft pick, barring. Actually, he is right. It's nothing anybody can do to move him from
no, he's
#1.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So I
definitely
mean, no
number
matter
one.
what happens this
If
season,
he comes out,
#1.
he's #1.
Yeah, he's #1, and he plays a USC quarterback. So it's like no matter whoever is the worst team in football will have Caleb Williams as the #1 quarterback next year. It might be
But
Carolina.
we haven't given up on Justin Fields yet. Well, and it won't be Carolina because Carolina just picked they just took the quarterback at #1 in the draft.
I mean, I hear what you're saying.
That would be a
But
waste.
But you figure if they
wasted
get
pick.
#1, they wouldn't pick Caleb Williams, man?
No, they would trade out.
I guess to get more players to help Bryce Young get
Yeah.
murdered again in the pocket. But okay,
Yeah.
he my size, bro. I actually might be
He's
bigger
a
than
little
Bryce
guy.
Young.
He's a little guy.
I think I'm bigger than Bryce Young, which is
You might
crazy.
be. You might be.
Jeez, man. So make sure you check out the Easy Smoking GM podcast and make sure you follow us on all socials at Super Duper Pod, Threads, and Instagram. So as speaking of football, it was announced this week that Usher's going to be part of the halftime show.
I saw that.
For the next one that's in football. Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas. That's going to be a pretty big deal. And shout out to Prime and OBJ, who was part of the announcement, on social media of they was using, I don't know if you saw it, they used a parody of the Confessions. You know how he was like on the phone. He was like, "No, I'm in the studio right now, man. I'll call you back. And they had him like talking to him like, "No, you're gonna be in the Super Bowl. It's pretty dope. Check it out if you get a chance."
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah,
no.
so I think it's on ESPN. But yeah, they did a quick announcement of I'm about to say Ezra, Usher doing the.
I'm gonna be doing the Super Bowl show.
Hey man, we gonna be on there, baby. So what songs you think Usher's gonna do? I keep wanting to say Ezra. What songs you think Usher's gonna do?
Man, what?
I don't know, bro. I mean, maybe that's your calling, brother. Let's be out here dancing. Wait a minute, just so the people know, like, because low key, high key, as much as you talk about sports, you really want to be an R&B singer. Like I know this. I found this out by accident, but it is the truth. You want to be an R&B singer. It's possible. So what songs you think? What songs you think Usher gonna do? Because he can't do them all. Like, he got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So is on there.
So he's gonna do. Yeah.
He's gonna do
yeah.
You got it bad. I mean, I was like, but see, is that too slow for the Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying?
You slow it, but you don't have to play the entire song.
That's true. Just like give us snippets of who he is.
Yeah.
Who he is. I think you don't have the cause on there.
Yeah, that could be on there.
That's on there.
Absolutely.
That's on there.
See, I think all the songs that I would want to hear Usher sing, are not going to be on there because they're a little too risque.
Okay, Seduction. They ain't gonna make it.
Seduction's not gonna make it. No. As great of a song that is.
That's what it's made for.
That's what it's made for. It's not gonna make it.
Not gonna make the list.
No.
Yeah.
Bad Girl.
Nah,
that might make it.
That
might make it.
That's probably going to make it. Because again, he's in Vegas, so he got all the no, they ain't professional workers, but the women who get a scholarship paid at a certain establishment, they could be in there with him.
Absolutely.
Doing their thug thizzle.
Absolutely.
So I think You Remind Me might be one. I think he might start off with that. Hey, wait a minute. What's his biggest song? Gotta be right?
Probably, yeah.
But he had that EDM phase where he did the song is escaping me right now. The kids and I here skating when we go skating all the time. And he got a couple joints with Calvin Harris. So it's like that EDM joint. I think Usher's gonna have like a, if you a Usher fan from way back, he gonna have, like, to your point, like snippets of the slow joints.
Yeah.
Right. He gonna have the EDM phase. Then it's gonna be it's probably gonna be the extended version. Did the A-Town Storm, Thunderclap. Hey, it's gonna be that. That's that. He got to end with that because what are they gonna do after You know what I'm saying? What are they gonna do after
I can figure something out. Will he be on skates?
Absolutely. He on skates on the whole performance. Why not?
You think so?
I mean, for a minute at least, because he's still trying to sell his show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was listening. I heard that, like, they would, with the Super Bowl, nobody gets paid. It's like, you have full exposure, which makes sense. I mean, this is the one thing people are watching throughout the whole world, and you're the only one performing. You kind of doing you a solid. I think there's a trend that after somebody performs on the Super Bowl halftime show, like their streams go up, like everything just goes up because they're in the public eye. So you sell tickets, but they were saying like, who's gonna be the first person to demand get money? And I have been hesitant to talk about this on the pod because I didn't want to feel like a racial thing, but it's like I can't front on this Taylor Swift effect, dog. Like she out here killing. You know, she's about to make a movie about her whole concert. Do you know this? And they expecting her to make $100 million. So Taylor Swift has been on concert at the same time as Beyonce, the same time as Drake. Obviously, we know more about Beyonce because that's the music we listen to. Like I don't listen to Taylor Swift, so you know it's what it is.
Right.
But Taylor Swift apparently is out here killing it, like changing economies almost. And she's made a movie. So you know, so she didn't go to a studio. She produced a movie. Pretty much took this live film from her concerts and are taking it straight to. She did a deal with AMC directly, not with a major studio, directly AMC. The joint gonna be in the movie theaters, a live kind of, you know, video movie about the show for people who couldn't afford.
So is it like a doc or is it like just the show itself?
I think it's a bit of a doc, kind of like that Homecoming video Beyonce did on Netflix.
Okay.
Something similar to that, but it's more for people who didn't get to see the concert, like they couldn't afford tickets or for whatever reason, they go to the movie theater to see it. They are projecting her as to make $100 million in the first weekend, bro.
I believe that.
And here's the thing, because she cut out the middleman, she getting a lot of that bag.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you saw the effect she had on apparently it was some crazy number. NFL tickets. I don't know if you saw this, as I don't want to misquote the number, so I won't say it. But there was a spike in season tickets and ticket purchases for the Kansas City game because she was at the joint. It's like, this is insane.
Well, I know that was it, ratings were up 400%. No. Sales of Travis Kelce's jersey was up to 400% after Sunday.
You think it was a stunt? I lean stunt, bro. I lean stunt because I mean, you know who Kelce was dating the last 5 years. Bro. I think he got a type, and you know what I'm saying. I guess, but people change. Yeah, people change. You know what I'm saying.
You like a lot of things sometimes, you know.
Two things at once, even.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, it just felt very convenient. You dig? I was looking like, so this time I'm tripping. I was looking to see if Taylor Swift had a show in Kansas City, but she had one in July. So because that would have been perfect. It's like her show in Kansas City was like the next night. That'd have been stupid. But you know, it still was like she in a box next to his mom, and the mom was like, yeah, I guess I'll go along with it. You know what I'm saying? But my vote is a stunt. You say no? You think it's real love?
I can't.
Real life.
I think it's yeah. I think it's real.
I mean, people stunt for worse or less, I should say.
I think it's real.
Well,
because why would she? Here's the deal. What's the benefit for her?
So the thought is this: Taylor Swift clearly has the young girls, right? Then she got country music fans. Well, maybe it was country music fans first, then the young girls. Then she got the dads of the young girls. So the last, like, I can't take credit for this from Bill Simmons' podcast. I listen to podcasts all day.
All right.
And so they said the last, and it just makes sense when I'm quoting it. The last group that she couldn't get were like NFL dudes. So it's like,
not true NFL guys are not going to become a Swiftie just because Travis Kelce is dating her. No.
But still,
maybe Kansas City fans.
Still, whatever is still people that's going, right? And that are more aware of Taylor Swift. Like I've heard I told you guys, listen to Town podcast, listen about Hollywood. They talk about Taylor Swift every week on this pod. And they talk about like Hollywood and things growing in the entertainment business. They talk about Taylor Swift every week, dog.
Yeah, I still don't see the true NFL fans aren't falling for something like that.
So I
don't see Fields.
Like, I'm done with Kelce. Justin Fields, like, hey, it's already bad enough here. He can't be confused.
Hey, Justin Fields got a nice Chevy deal, local Chevy deal here in
Wait,
town, man.
and he got Dunkin' Donuts. I be thinking
And
like, man,
Dunkin'
they
Yeah,
about to
yeah.
they going to deface this thing
It's
in like
almost over.
they gonna deface that thing in 3
I
games.
hope,
And they
man. I
keep
hope not,
losing, man.
man.
I was like, I hope they just win one.
He
Just
gonna
win one
turn
or two
this around
games.
Sunday. He
Let's
gonna turn
hope
it
so,
around
man.
Sunday.
Yo, random. Because thinking of celebrities and football players, didn't Tony Romo date Jessica Simpson? Is that a
That's
real
true.
thing?
That
Did I make
happened.
it
Yeah,
up?
that happened.
Yo, Tony Romo has lived like 3 lives. You understand
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
Like he's lived 3 different lives. That was because they were like he was distracted at the games
yeah,
because she
yeah.
was there. And I gotta say, I understand because at that time in life, Jessica Simpson,
Yeah,
whoa, she could have came
yeah.
to Thanksgiving dinner, baby, straight up, man. Like,
It's true.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave as I'm gonna leave it at that. Here's the
It's
point. That's a
true.
consistent dog. Hey man, hey man.
It's true.
So shout out to the NFL for bringing us much joy and content and entertainment. So all jokes aside, as I want to we started Super Duper Pod, especially been with us since the beginning, 2020, very politics heavy, just because we felt like we had a obligation to kind of just share news that people weren't paying attention to. Is wanted to make sure you were just more informed, right? I think here at the Super Duper Pod, we just want you to be informed. We say very often, check reputable sources. Not that we are not one, but we're not CNN. Check them based upon what we say. But as the 2024 election is 14 months away, and I want to highlight 3 or 4 stories to kind of get to the point why it's important to keep your eyes on what's happening. So number one, so we talked about this. Shout out to us, man. I want to thank me on the pod a few months ago. We talked about how the state of Alabama had went to the Supreme Court of the United States, right? And the Supreme Court ain't been making the best decisions. Shout out to Clarence Thomas. Been making the best decisions lately, but they ruled against Alabama not wanting to remap their districts. So Alabama has a population 27% Black people, but only 1 voting district, right, for those Black folks. They can remap it that the Black population will cover 2 voting districts, right? But Alabama wanted to strike that down. It's kind of constitutional, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much it wanted to suppress the power of the Black people there. Now, again, it's 27%, but they wanted the district to reflect the population of the location.
Okay, so
So,
we're talking about congressional districts here, right?
right. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Supreme Court said, hey, you should redraw this map. Like, y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's not the 60s or the 40s, whatever. Alabama went back and was like, no. Supreme Court, you guys are wrong. And Supreme Court said what we say the first time, you know what I'm saying? And striked it down. Now, again, that's and there are similar type of cases in other cities like Louisiana, I think in South Carolina. They're trying to redraw these maps because we don't think about it this way. A lot of these southern states are like largely Black, right? Like Mississippi, like that's like 50% Black almost down there.
Is it that much?
I think it's that high.
Wow.
But that's why. So that's another pod for another day. But the way the maps are drawn, sometimes the Black people are all just in one area.
Right. They're mostly in Jackson, probably.
Right. So when they do so when there's a statewide change to be made, it only counts for like 1 district voting versus now if there's 2 at play. And you have another district that kind of votes the way the same with 2, some things can happen, right? So they're trying to redraw this. So, but as we always talk about, people say you shouldn't vote, it don't matter. This is where it matters, smaller things like this, because you're changing the state, you're changing various laws in the state, making sure things are going a certain way for certain people. And it's not about controlling the vote. It's just making sure the state reflects the people, right? We're not saying in Wyoming redraws on Black people. It's probably like 2 Black people in Wyoming. Maybe 3, right? Now we're drawing a map for them. But in the state of Alabama, if it's 27% Black, the vote should be representative of the people that are there, right? And as Frederick Douglass told us, Black people have to vote together, right? Despite our differences, we have to be mindful of the vote that we have. And the fact that the folks in Alabama went back and was like, no, Supreme Court, what you said was wrong is wild to me, as you know what I'm saying? Because like we got to maintain the status quo. What you thinking?
No, I'm actually looking. I'm looking at the makeup of the current map there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's seven congressional districts in the state of Alabama.
Yep.
So they probably want to make the district that contains Birmingham the only one.
Yes, sir. And so his and what the secretary Supreme Court pretty much said was like, you guys got to redraw the map, which and redraw it like in a way that makes two districts. And said Alabama was like, yeah, we don't need to. The first one we got is cool. And it's like, nah, fam. Redraw that map, dog. So why voting is important? Because people who are empowered, if you vote how you can, right, it'll be like, let's just do what's just and what's right. Versus people who are just there just because they've been there forever, nobody votes. And it's like, no, we want to keep this thing rolling because we like our power the way, because guess what? Get a second district, things gonna change. Or things will get tight, you know what I'm saying? And you will have to concede some things. So that's a very important story. So the next one is, so of course the Wall Street Journal. Tesla is accused of racial harassment at a California factory. I'm gonna read a bit from the story. Tesla was accused of subjecting Black employees at its California auto assembly plant to racial harassment and a hostile work environment in a federal lawsuit filed Thursday. The move turns the spotlight back on Tesla's Fremont, California factory, which in recent years has been the subject of allegations of racial harassment and discrimination among workers on the factory floor. So racial misconduct was frequent, ongoing, inappropriate, unwelcome, and occurred across all shifts, department, and positions, the EEOC said in the lawsuit. So of course, Tesla's response was, we strongly oppose all forms of discrimination and harassment. Doesn't say we didn't do this. It just says we oppose all forms of discrimination. But you know, I'm neither here nor there. The EEOC said it sought to settle with Tesla before filing this lawsuit and was unable to reach an agreement. In the past, CEO Elon Musk has demonstrated a willingness to see legal disputes through to trial. This is the wild part is shares of Tesla rose 2.4% on Thursday. Right, the share price rose in the midst of this filing, which said to me, do people care?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't care about this? And this is what I thought about. It popped up about, you know how a while back we pushed on Facebook and people were like, let's do a gas boycott, right? They'd be like, on Tuesday, we ain't buying gas. And it's like, no, this is just gonna buy gas on Monday or Wednesday.
Right.
Like they don't care. They don't care when you come. It's that you come.
Right.
Phrasing. So it's like, you know, because I'm 12. And I bring it up to say, like, now I see people with a gang of Teslas run them joints back, take them back, right? Because people don't care. Yeah. The stock rose 2.4%. Do you know what the stock price is? Can I read this to you, brother? What's your guess?
What's this?
$246.
Wow. Good for them.
Crazy. Yo, one Black worker saw death threats and racist graffiti in the bathroom. Many of Tesla's factory workers are contractors employed through staffing agencies. The company previously sought distance itself from the behavior and experiences of these workers. So, I mean, they got in the Wall Street Journal, it's like mad cases of people. Like, this is a legit claim, right? And Musk is like, yeah, I see it's through trial because I'm Musk. And y'all don't really care, right? Like, it's news today is, right, we talk about it, and, you know, knowing us, we talk about it again. But, like, for the most part, I didn't hear about this until open the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
Like, this is a big deal, dude. Wait,
managers referring to employees as the N-word? You see this? That's crazy.
And again, you know, we out in where we at, United Arab Emiratis, all over. We know Ed's gave you the rundown, but we ain't CNN. All CNN talking about today is Trump, right? I mean, rightfully so. But this is a big deal, right? Why is this a big deal? Because Elon Musk also owns Twitter, now known as X. X is according to Mashable. Shout out to Mashable. X just fired half of its election integrity team, right? These were the people as when it was election, they would go through tweets and make sure that stuff was like, accurate information.
Right.
Because of course Trump would say he won. It's like, bro, he didn't win, fam. The people that said two, three different times that you didn't win. Chill. Elon Musk, who's the CEO of Tesla, he probably come looking for us, dog. Shout out. We here, family.
Come and get me, buddy.
Got this lawsuit that of blatant discrimination. Also owns X, and is also going to just let whatever fly on X, which is completely crazy. Which goes back to our original comment is about the election's 14 months away. This Trump trial about to be nuts. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, man. We have talked about it. I think on purpose we have talked about it because we're not trying to get that man no burn, right? So, we're not going to do that here. But it's like 14 months will be the 2024 election, right? Trump is a favorite. DeSantis is a favorite, which is wild. And we just read 3 examples, right, of how racism and discrimination and the suppression.
Well,
go ahead, Des.
Well, you brought up DeSantis. I think all the Republican candidates combined right now are still down. If you combine all the percentage of the polls, still down like 20 points to Trump. If you combine all of their
which is wild. And what's crazy is, again, we listen to the pod, which way we're gonna roll. So I'm not ashamed of that, right? But it's like, if it's gonna be a Biden and Trump runoff again, right? It's people out here dumb enough to be like, I don't like Biden. Hey, fam, we don't need that energy right now. We do not need that energy right now.
It's a bunch of it out there.
It is a bunch of it out there. Which is like, hey, what y'all doing? Because you know what I'm saying? It's like, what y'all doing? This is not even making a political podcast. It's like, yo, what are you doing? Because I was saying what earlier is when President Obama, shout out to President Obama, was our president for 8 years, right? And it was like everything was like, hey, let's let people live, kumbaya, everything is great, everybody gets a shot. But when Trump became president, I'm actually grateful for this reason, because then people show their true colors, right? About like where they stand, what they want in America. And so now we see, hey, man, some folks, they want a wall built over Mexico, right? They want their country back, you know what I'm saying? They want it back the way it was. Like, that became a very real thing. And so now it's like, I'm glad you cut the grass, the snakes show, right? And so, shout out to Trump. So because now we know what we're dealing with, hey, man, don't do all this waffling, and I'm not trying to twist your arm. Vote for who you want to vote for, but I want to keep it a buck about what's at stake here and what's happening. Like, it's shout out to my sisters, family night. We were talking, the Trump stuff was on with the trial, and then he got the liable for fraud today, and it's like, how he still got the balls to run for president? Have you no shame, sir?
They don't care. He knows they don't care.
Like the stock price of Tesla. Guess what, Az? They don't care.
Don't care. That's
So
it.
let that hang there, man. Just because, and so no jokes today, guys, because it's politics as usual. That's the name of the pod. And unfortunately, and Az and I appreciate this about your brother. We both keep each other informed. And really, what we just wanted you guys to do is to start paying attention to your CNN, paying attention to your CNN, your MSNBC, even your Fox News. As always admonishes me about not just watching one network, watch the side you disagree with, just to see what people are saying.
Absolutely.
So,
I always click the 265 on the box just to see what's going on in Foxland.
Right. So, we got to begin now, because what will happen is you guys will get caught in the rush of just whatever is the buzziest idea. And I brought up the Alabama case because again, and the Tesla case because those are things that pop up that you would miss, right? Just because you're following the big thing, Trump is, he's found liable and he's gonna go ahead with the trial and yada yada yada. But it's a very important Alabama case, right, which will affect other southern states. And it's not about giving somebody power. It's just about making it fair so people can have their own power, right? They can make their own decisions. Because again, it's not. There's a book that some of all of us, which I haven't read yet. Sorry, Dr. Williams. But from what I understand, it talks about how there are some white people who feel like if you give power to minority groups, it reduces their power, right? Or if you give services to groups that are underserved, it reduces the power of the group that serve. And what is missed is that, no, if you give power to groups that are underserved or underprivileged, they then grow, which improves the economy, which improves everybody's money, right? Or even if it's not money, if it's skill, if it's talent, if it's just resources, giving that to the underserved, underprivileged improves the economy of all involved, right? But that's just human nature. People just want to hold on to what they had, not knowing if you let go. I'll never forget it. Shout out to my old boss, Sean Harden. He told me true power, the sign of true power is when you can give it away, right? And too often, those in power want to retain and keep it, which is why we got like old politicians, right? They don't want to give it over to people who can try it again because they want to hold on to this power. Because guess what? You really don't have power, right? It's not about your power. Got to give it away, right? Got to give it away because the world is changing. Things are becoming different. And you can't keep it the way you wanted it because it worked for you, Mm-hmm. So people, the election is for 2024. It's 14 months away. A lot's going to happen between then. Guess what? Every pod won't be about the election. We're going to talk about some silly stuff next week. Believe that, because that's what we like to do. But we want to make sure that you guys got your antennas up. Just took notes. Again, shout out to University of Notre Dame. I tell every week because I'm proud of it, being trained in innovation. One thing they always say, pay attention to the signals that are around you. That will be a sign of what's to come. And so you see these things happening. It's a sign of what to be aware of. I won't put it in the air and say what's to come. But these are things, pause, what's to be aware of. So, as I miss anything, man?
No, you learned me something today. You covered it all.
Absolutely, man. So thank you guys for checking out Super Duper Pod. If it's your first time listening, trust me, we got jokes galore. Listen to the last pod and come back next week. We got all kind of jokes. But this is serious business, though. And it affects our future because, as you and I talked about it, our court system has changed because of like a long game that one party took over another, right? So we have to start talking about this stuff in an aggregate sense, in a very long, in a look that gives you a long view versus a very short, immediate satisfaction view. So again, we appreciate you listening. Sorry there were no jokes today, but this stuff is too serious. It's very serious, you know what I'm saying? And I think, we have to be vigilant about what's going on. So again, don't get just lost in the presidential election either, right? I'm sure there's some voting that's happening this year for certain senators in certain states, and then also the big election next year, which will also include more people that we have to vote for. Az and I will do our best to keep you up to date from a national perspective, from a Chicago perspective, because that's what we are. But make sure you are informed about what's ahead. So as I appreciate you, my man. Guys, thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. As we said at the top, we do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials or on @SuperDuperPod and online at hp53productions.com. Take care of yourselves and each other. God bless y'all. Hey, mama, this is the Super Duper Podcast.
Or do the K stand for kamikaze? J silent is everywhere, you can feel them probably. Surely, lately, I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this. Life thinking I should be further and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. They said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you blessed? I woke up.